This podcast is sponsored by Ramp. Look, there's feelings and then there's the facts. If you're feeling like your finance team is bogged down in mundane manual tasks, the fact is you need Ramp. Ramp is the corporate card that makes the expense process fast and easy. The moment your team makes a purchase, Ramp handles everything. Receipt collection and approvals, the works. With Ramp, you can cut your month-end close from 5 days to 1, customize approval workflows, and get complete control over every transaction. Facts. Over 25,000 businesses trust Ramp, including Shopify and the Boys and Girls Club of America, which is why they were just named #1 in spend management by G2. Facts. Start using Ramp and you'll have more time to spend scaling your business. And that'll feel really good. Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com. That's ramp.com. ramp.com.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to the Retreat Leaders Podcast, your sanctuary with retreat experts, where we spill the tea on retreat success. Here we dive into crafting transformational guest experiences, talk about how to avoid pitfalls, and unlock marketing secrets. Whether you're a seasoned guru or a budding enthusiast, we've got the inside scoop for you. Join us as we learn how to flourish in this magical world of retreats. Welcome to the Retreat Leaders Podcast, formerly the Happy Hour Podcast. This is Shannon. Today, we are going to talk about a topic that is really near and dear to my heart as a multiple business owner. I don't know if that's what I meant to say. I've been an entrepreneur and started many businesses. And if there's one thing that I could take away from every single one, is the importance of grit and stamina in business. And in this entrepreneurial world, particularly in the niche of retreat leadership, the path to our success is very rarely straight. It really does twist through peaks of victories and valleys of setbacks. And true resilience in business does not come from celebrating our wins despite what you might think or what you're hoping for, but it also comes from how effectively you learn from your failures. And to thrive, especially as a retreat leader, it requires a combination of grit, stamina, and a profound understanding of your why, which I have talked about, and I have recorded on that already, so please go back and take a listen to that. So today, I want to explore how these elements, grit, stamina, and understanding your why, combine to shape resilient business leaders who not only survive, y'all, but flourish. So let's get started. Hey there, retreat leaders. Are you ready to supercharge your marketing game and sell out your next transformational retreat? Of course you are. And I've got something special just for you. Introducing our free guide, The Top 3 Marketing Tools for Retreat Leaders. This just isn't any guide. It's your ticket to discovering the top 3 tools that will help you create a sold-out, unforgettable retreat experience. But wait, there's more. We've included a little bonus inside to give you that extra edge. Curious about what that is? You'll have to download it to find out. Ready to grab your free guide and take the first step towards retreat marketing mastery? Well, visit retreatmarketingtools.com and download your copy now. And remember, it's absolutely free, so why wait? Visit retreatmarketingtools.com to get your guide and start transforming your retreat marketing strategy today. Okay, let's first start with the importance of grit and stamina in business. And to do that, let's define grit and stamina in general. Grit is the passionate perseverance towards long-term objectives, right? It's about staying committed despite challenges and delays, which happen. Whereas stamina is more refers to the ability to sustain prolonged, whether it's physical or mental effort, right? And in business, this all translates to enduring through the inevitable hurdles and maintaining your focus on your goals, not getting defeated or deflated or just lose your oomph because of these setbacks, right? And so one of those things that we need to understand is that there is a role of failure in learning. This helps us understand, or I guess embrace, these challenges and setbacks, right? Because unfortunately, failure is often miscategorized as the opposite of success. And that is so not true, because in reality, it is a vital component of success. Each setback provides invaluable lessons that winning could never teach. If you've listened to the last couple podcasts with me and my husband, you have heard that we have learned so much more in our quote unquote failures, which set us up for even bigger success than we imagined versus any kind of winning period that we've had, right? And because us retreat leaders, our work involves creating experiences that can be unpredictable just as much as they are transformative, the ability to pivot and adapt based on these quote unquote past failures is crucial. Let me give you some examples of how failure is actually a vital component of success. Okay, Thomas Edison. This is a popular one that's used all the time, but he's celebrated as one of the greatest inventors in history. Well, he faced numerous setbacks before achieving his inventions, before achieving his groundbreaking inventions, right? His most famous quote is, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." And that reflects that perseverance through those, thousands of unsuccessful attempts before he perfected the light bulb, right? Another one is J.K. Rowling. Before becoming one of the best-selling authors literally of all time with the Harry Potter series, Rowling faced numerous rejections from publishers. Her manuscripts were turned down repeatedly, and she was told not to quit her day job, right? Could you imagine if she had just stopped with the first rejection or the 10th rejection or the 100th rejection? Y'all, come on. How about Walt Disney? Before founding the Disney Empire, he faced several business failures. He was once fired from a newspaper for, quote unquote, lacking imagination and, quote unquote, having no good ideas, right? His first animation company went bankrupt. Did you know that? And despite these setbacks, he persevered and now has created this ginormous brand. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. Can you believe it? Another one is Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. He was famously ousted from the company in 1985 after a power struggle. He then founded Next. It was a computer platform developed that initially struggled but was later purchased by Apple. His return to Apple as CEO brought revolutionary products like the iPod, iPhone, and iPad. So there you go. He started this really great company, was ousted from this company that he started. Could you imagine he could have just stopped right there and said, well, fuck it. But he didn't. And how about Oprah Winfrey? Before she became the media mogul and billionaire that you know now, she faced numerous challenges, including being fired from her job as a television reporter because she was, quote unquote, unfit for TV. But this didn't set her back, right? She persevered and went on to create her amazing talk show and all the other things that she has done in her life. But what if she had just stopped when someone said, "You're unfit for TV"? And the last example I'll give you is Colonel Harlan Sanders, right? The founder of KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. He started his franchising, his restaurant, and his concept at the age of 65. Y'all. Before that, he faced several career failures. And his now famous chicken recipe was reportedly rejected over 1,000 times before finding a franchise partner. 1,000 times. Have you failed 1,000 times at anything yet? Can you imagine how passionate these folks had to have been about what they do and what they believe in and their why? Can you just imagine? Knowing your why is literally the compass for endurance. I've talked about this, I know. And you're like, why are you talking about it again? Because you probably don't know how important it is, really. You probably are not really married to your why like these people are and were. Our significance of knowing our why is understanding why you embarked on your business journey. This acts as a compass, y'all, that guides every decision and action. I know I'm repeating from the last, probably 3 podcasts, but for retreat leaders especially, you need to know, what is your why? Whether you're driven by a desire to heal, inspire, connect, whatever it is, your why helps align your business and your actions and your decisions with your personal values, which is essential for long-term fulfillment and success. And you need to sustain that motivation for your why through challenges, right? Obstacles will arise. They will, I promise you. And your why serves as a reminder of why you started. Hey, it's Shannon here. I'm just popping in really quickly to ask a big favor. Would you pause the show and go review it for us? Please. Reviews really help us to be able to get more guests and more experts on the show to help you transform your retreats. So if you wouldn't mind pausing and leaving us a review, that would mean everything. And if you're not already subscribed, do that too. Okay, let's talk about some strategies to cultivate grit and stamina. First one, foremost, absolutely hands down, without a doubt, embrace lifelong learning. My husband is famous, in my eyes, he's famous for saying the phrase, and you know what? He might have gotten it from somewhere else, but saying the phrase, you're either growing or you're dying. And this is so true in your business. You are either growing and learning and researching and developing, or you are dying and becoming irrelevant. So embracing a lifelong learning mindset. And this is geared towards continuous learning. And this will totally also enhance your resilience, right? Seek feedback, engage with mentors, attend workshops, get on online courses, whatever it is, but always be ready to adjust your strategies to learn, to grow, to develop based on new insights and learnings and the market, right? Be open. This can be tough. I know I've struggled with this myself a few times where I'm like, y'all, I have been there, done that. There is nothing else to learn. Oof, y'all, that is lifelong learning. The next one would be, I'm going to call it set manageable goals, but I'm not a big fan of like, quote unquote, realistic goals because that doesn't push you, right? So manageable means you have a big goal and then you break it into smaller, like achievable goals, which helps you celebrate like small victories. It just keeps your spirits high and your goals in sight. It fuels your stamina and reinforces your grit. Sometimes I even do this daily, right? I'm like, oh, I've got this big goal. And then I celebrate that I checked something off my list, right? Whatever it is. But set manageable goals, get some of those big goals broken into smaller achievable goals and celebrate. Seriously, y'all, celebrate those victories. Okay, another one that's really obvious, but probably not because it's so obvious, is you also need to maintain your physical and mental health. Here's what I often see is I often work with or have worked with retreat leaders who promote something that has to do with wellness, and they themselves don't do it because they're quote unquote too busy. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay. And then just overall, running a business requires mental clarity and physical energy. It does. So your regular exercise, whatever that looks like, doesn't even have to be something crazy, but regular exercise, adequate sleep. This is so crucial. And then just proper nutrition, right? Mindfulness practices can also help maintain mental health, which I know probably everybody listening to this knows that. But there are lots of tools, accountability plans, partners, coaches, whatever it is. Your physical and mental health has to be taken care of while you are building a business and running a business. Y'all, it just is life, right? It's just life. Okay, and then the last thing is to build a supportive network. Surround yourself with other entrepreneurs and mentors who can offer advice. They'll share their experiences maybe with you, provide emotional support. You want to surround yourself with people who challenge you in a good way. You want to surround yourself both physically, what you listen to, what you watch, with people who are in alignment with what you are trying to accomplish. This is ugly, but I'm just going to tell you right now that if you spend time with people who are small-minded and naysayers and are just anti all the things, you are fucked. Plain and simple. You have to clear out that noise and really hone in on a supportive network. That is so crucial because building this business, especially one that is as personally demanding as retreat leadership, it really tests your endurance and your determination, right? And so these things are really important. If you get a strong grasp on your why and do things that help your grit and your stamina to face these repeated challenges that you are going to face, you can navigate your business all the way to success and then continued maintained success. Are you a retreat host looking to take your marketing skills to the next level? Whether you're just starting out or a seasoned pro, our Retreat Marketing Masterclass is here to help you master and I mean master, the art of retreat marketing. In this dynamic class, you'll dive deep into both digital and traditional marketing techniques, tailored specifically for retreat hosts. Learn the secrets of social media strategies, content marketing, and even how to leverage AI to boost your outreach. But that's not all. Our masterclass offers continuous updates to keep you aligned with the ever-evolving market trends. Imagine transforming your retreats into sought-after, sold-out experiences. Ready to turn your vision into reality? Join our Retreat Marketing Masterclass today and watch your retreats flourish. Don't miss out on this opportunity to elevate your marketing game. Visit retreatmarketingtools.com to enroll now and start your journey towards becoming a marketing master. Please remember that the most impactful lessons do not come from the moments you succeed. Yes, you'll get something out of it. Of course. So much joy and happiness and just a sense of accomplishment. Of course. But you will learn so much more from the times that you stumble, stand up, and stride forward again. So here's my little challenge to you. I want you to reflect on your business journey so far. What failures have taught you the most? I want you to reconnect with your why. If you have not taken the time yet to literally sit down and write it out, please do that. Please do that before you make another business decision. Reconnect with that why and let it guide your path forward. I would love to hear your experiences, so please share those with us, and I look forward to hearing about your future success. Thanks for listening to the Retreat Leaders Podcast. Learn more at www.theretreatranch.com. See you next time.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. BetterHelp recently surveyed over 16,000 people and found that while 75% of people believe it's wise to seek support, only 27% of Americans are in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist, because we're all better with help. Visit betterhelp.com/stopthestigma for their first ever State of Stigma report, the latest in mental health research.